distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. The guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in its center. With the season winding down, GA, what's key for a long playoff run, do you think?
Kevin, one thing is health, right? When you look back at past NBA champions, lots of times it's the teams that were able to survive the year without any major injuries.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from 3.
Barnes outside. Ingram dishes to Pirtle. And the basket is good.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Connected to the game. Of course, that's one way to describe Jakob Pirtle.
Well, Pirtle is an exceptional screener. He loves to hit the glass. He's a very physical player. He's everything you want in a big.
And that one misses. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Ingram left side. Shoots over McDaniel. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Gobert down low, defended by Pirtle. Randall outside. And Barnes sends it back.
Send it back, Scotty Barnes. Show off that defensive acumen.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Shot clock at 2.
Boy, they're slow to get it going here tonight. Just 1 for 4 to start.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pirtle against Gobert. Pirtle kicks to Barrett. The Raptors need to get a shot up. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, I know he doesn't have to get too high to slam it home, but it doesn't take away from the force and the message sent on the dunk.
Edwards passes to Randall. Gobert with a screen for Randall. No good from outside.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's DiVincenzo. Quickly covering. Looking to end the run. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
A prototypical tough play from Dante DiVincenzo earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Free throw drops for DiVincenzo. And some good young players on the Raptors, but Doris, what's their path to contention?
Well, obviously, they have some quality basketball players. Scotty Barnes is right at the top of that list, a really well-rounded player. But here's the reality for every team. You need a well-constructed roster 1 to 15, and you need to have some depth. The season is long, the possessions in the game are fast. It is really about the totality of your group.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. And here's Edwards from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Edwards got a couple of threes now in the first for Minnesota. And it's Pirtle at the elbow. Looking for Ingram. He gets it in there. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And Doris, what you love about Brandon Ingram, he's the total package.
He is, Kevin, because he's got incredible size, great shot-making ability. He's a 3-level scorer, and you can mix his matchup on the defensive end.
On the free throw, no good.
And battling injuries off and on throughout the years, Ingram is a major difference maker when healthy. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here's Quickly. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Barnes down low. He's defended by Randall. Barnes can't get it to go.
Boy, just tremendous effort on defense. That's a clear message from him. No easy buckets.
Gobert, no good. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Now here's Edwards after R.J. Barrett's miss. Randall is screen on Quickly. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
Here's Barnes. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, you love the commitment from Scotty Barnes. Made his decision, makes the contact, and the end one.
The Raptors shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in. That's good from Barnes. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy, you can plug in just about anywhere.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Raptors leading by 5. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Kevin, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Randall down low. Barnes on him. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, that's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
That free throw good from Randall. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team, fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
Both free throws good from Randall.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Pass to quickly. Ingram right side. Shoots over McDaniel. Again, Toronto.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Scotty Barnes.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
Onside, Barrett. Pass to Murray Boyle. A 3 from Quickly. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. Randall outside. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Barrett. Here's Murray Boyle. Faster quickly. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barrett. No good on that one. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Oh, here's Edwards. Edwards with another miss. Here's Quickly. And here's Barnes for 3. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. DiVincenzo with it. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Pass to Randall. Shoots from 8. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
That is an absolute dime from the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. Every year gets better as a playmaker.
So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Clippers in L.A.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues. And give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
A 3 from Quickly. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Edwards finds DiVincenzo. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Raptors leading by 6. Quickly the bounce pass. Barnes screen on McDaniel. It's Ingram on the wing. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Washington.
Not to mention the assists he piled up. You can see why his teammates like playing with him.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Randall. Dosumu comes in for McDaniels. Bones Highland is checked in for Edwards. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here's Ingles. Reed with a screen for Highland. Pass to Ingles. Back to Highland. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Good on the bucket. And now it's an 11-point Toronto lead.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And here is Ingles. And they get it. It's rebounded by Dick. .156 left to play here in the first. Six to shoot. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. Fifth, the Raptors.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide-open, long-range shots, and that's why we see the great numbers from the three.
Minnesota making a switch here. Randall's checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Quickly's checked in. Here's Highland. He has yet to score. Out to Conley. Launches it. Alter pulls it in.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Pass to Quickly. Now Dick, defended by Dosunmu. Shot on the wing. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Timberwolves trail by 11. To the inside, Randall, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got 6.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Driving inside. Now Dick. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
If he's got that much space, he's got the green light. He just doesn't make it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Good on the three-point shot.
The D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
Toronto shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
One shot.
Endorse the Raptors. It would seem further ahead defensively than they are at the offensive end.
Kevin, it's an organization that historically looks for size. They have a lot of length and athleticism. The ability to force turnovers and be disruptive is something they identify, and then they want to push in transition. They're actually an entertaining group.
It's good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Dick with it. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside. And the Raptors lead by 14.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, they've got Grady Dick. Emmanuel quickly out there with Walter. And it's Mamu Pelishvili in at the 5. And Reed has got the ball here for Minnesota. They trail by 11. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Minnesota's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
I love that kind of energy from Naz Reid. You don't give up on a play.
Pass to Walter. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Timberwolves have gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Quickly against Conley. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Quickly against Conley. Pass to Murray Boyle. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Highland. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. No one covering. Randall's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Minnesota.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
The second half of the season has shaped up for him, averaging 12 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. On the wing quickly. Here's Walter. He's defended by Highland. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. It's tipped. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Timberwolves.
Outside Conley. Pass to Reed. Here's Highland. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Randall with the bucket.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Toronto's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, guys. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Back to you.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Here is Conley after Toronto had the 3-point. Pass to Randall. Fades. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
And here is Quickly. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Washington.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Randall finds Conley. Back to Randall. Here's Dosunmu. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Dosunmu's got 5. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull-up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
And so it's Minnesota with it after the Raptors pick up 2. Here's Randall, and it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. Lays it up off the glass. 6 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Conley, the pass to Dosunmu. Here's Highland. Here's Randall. Nails the baby hook. Randall's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. Edwards, he's checked in for Bones Highland. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Ingram outside. Front past the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Gobert with the screen on Barnes. Randall no good. Raptors leading by 4. Now here's Ingram. He has 6. Barnes outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Barrett's got 5 now.
Barrett is a bucket getter, plain and simple.
DiVincenzo passes to Randall. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Pass to Edwards. Lets it go with the 3. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Toronto's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Amu Kalashvili passes to Quickly. Pass to Barnes for the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Last time they met was in Toronto where they beat the Raptors.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Here's Barnes, following the basket by Julius Randle. Shoots it up, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. He has 7.
How about the jump shot by Scotty Barnes? Look out, folks.
DiVincenzo passes to Randall. McDaniels in the post. He's covered by Ingram. Count it, good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now, Quickly. He's got 11. It's Ingram on the wing. McDaniels defending. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it up. And it's Ingram missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Pass to McDaniels. Quickly against Edwards. Edwards fights through for 2.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window and exploits it.
Back to Quickly. And here's Ingram from the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reeves got 6 rebounds in the game. Edwards looking it over. Randall with a screen from McDaniel. Over in the corner, Randall. He nails it, and we're tied up. Randall's got 22 points.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm and playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
To the middle. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Naz Reid.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Naz Reid. And Toronto also making a switch. Pirtle is checked in for Quickly. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Timberwolves trail. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. McDaniel's a screen on Barrett. Now here's Dosunmu. Barrett covering. Pass to DiVincenzo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Raptors have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Now here's Barrett. And here is Pirtle. Defended by DiVincenzo. Nice shot by Pirtle.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Pirtle knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
Outside Edwards. It's over Ingram. Edwards no good. Toronto leading by 3. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. And here's Barrett. And a miss there on the triple.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
DiVincenzo. It's good. DiVincenzo's got 5 now.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Barrett dishes to Ingram. Raptors moving the ball around. Pirtle, the pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. Trains it from beyond the arc. He's got 9.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Randall outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for Toronto. They've led by as many as 14 points. Timberwolves trail by 4. Down low. Here's Randall. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. 24 points for Julius Randle.
Boy, Julius Randle is getting to his spots and starting to really cook.
Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. And here's Ingram from the arc. A rebound by Dosunmu.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Randall finds Edwards. Back to Randall. Shoots over Pirtle. And Pirtle sends it back.
Oh, Pirtle, he is not having it at the rim on the defensive end. That is beautifully done.
Outside Barrett. Shoots the 3. It's not going to go for him.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 26 points. Julius Randle getting it done for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's up to 26 points in the game now. Just keeps pouring in the buckets. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And that game against the Nuggets, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. And guys, let's talk now about that first half from Minnesota there in a tight one.
One thing that's helped tonight, their three-point shooting. Those triples add up fast, don't they, Kenny?
That's why I shoot them. If they have fours, I take them too. But here's one thing. You have to have floor balance, and you have to really create clean looks, though.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Timberwolves shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. The big men on the floor for him, Randle and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
Greg Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so, and can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
The Timberwolves leading. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels. Now here's Randle. He's covered by Ingram. Randle kicks to McDaniels. A three-pointer, no good. Toronto shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Quickly with a wide-open look. Good on the triple. Quickly's got 14.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Now, here's McDaniel. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's Quickly. They trail by 1. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Ingram against McDaniel. And it's Ingram missing. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Randle. Lays it up and banks it in. Randle's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Pass to Barnes. On the wing quickly. Barrett against Edwards. And Barrett gets it to go. 7 points in the game.
This guy's a bucket getter. R.J. Barrett finds a way to capitalize on the interior. He's got the size to get it done.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Pirtle. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
You love to see him powering through the contact to get the bucket and one. Hurdle with a show of some strength.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. And that one misses.
Well, Jakob Poeltl, guys, may not be a stretch big, but what he does well is virtually everything else. He boards it. He plays incredible D, and he's a very good passer.
Now here's Randall. He has 28 points for the game. And he drops it in from the low post. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even though they have the lead, this guy keeping his foot on the gas pedal, I love it.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
And checking out the numbers for Ingram. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. Averaging 22 points per, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
Now here's Barnes. 7 points in the game. Pass to quickly. It's Ingram on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Barnes outside. And the 3 off target.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's McDaniel. Reed with a screen for McDaniel. From outside, off the mark.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Stolen by McDaniel. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, Kevin. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Kevin, back over to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Now, Poeltl, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have been money from the foul line since the All-Star break. The Raptors third.
They are really dialed in at the line, especially since the break. I mean, really shooting an impressive percentage from the line.
DiVincenzo with it. 5 points in the game. McDaniels dishes to Randall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Now we get a chance to check out some numbers for Scotty Barnes.
His last 10 games have been exceptional. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And as you said, 1 rung below the leader in block shots. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane. That free throw good from Randall.
Julius Randle has been a consistent producer in this league for a long time. This guy, an absolute matchup nightmare.
Both free throws good from Randall.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
Now, here's Barrett. He's got 7. Poeltl sets the pick for Barrett. And the Raptors miss again. Timberwolves leading by 3. McDaniels outside. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. No good on the 3. Edwards against Barnes. Pass to Barrett. Poeltl with a screen on Randall. Trying to get something going. Poeltl, the pass to Barrett. Poeltl trying to get open. And Barrett gets it to go.
Well, Jakob Poeltl is an excellent passer for a big man. Just a really nuanced feel.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. And here's Reed. This one for three. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Barnes has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. On the wing quickly for the lead, and it's good on the layup. Quickly's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Hurdle finds Barrett. Toronto working the ball around now. Barnes sets a screen for Barrett. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Randall outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
The guys, over the years, we've seen Randall become a much more aggressive scorer. You love his tenacity.
Quickly kicks to Pirtle. Pass to Barnes. Fires for 3. Rebound, Minnesota.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
McDaniels outside. Here is Edwards. Randall surveying the D. Crafty move, and the layup is good. Randall's got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Barrett against Edwards. Left side, Barrett. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
First free throw is good. And when it comes to R.J. Barrett, what do you think, Doris, about his development?
Well, we know he's got a scorer's mindset, and he's excellent off the dribble. The key for his growth is just he's got to become a consistent shot maker from deep.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And so Barrett nails both of them.
You know, certainly we've seen R.J. Barrett productive as a scorer. I think the key for him moving forward is just be as efficient as possible.
Now, here's Reed. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Quickly. Barnes kicks to Barrett. Barnes screen on Edwards. Barrett for 3. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he beat up?
Outside Edwards. It's up a 3. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
Barrett the pass to Quickly. Back to Barrett. Barnes screen on Edwards. Out left to the wing. Kept alive. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
We know this about Scotty Barnes. This guy has a non-stop motor. It shows most especially on the offensive window.
Pass to Randall. Over Barrett. He's on target from 8 feet out. Randall's got 38 points.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. And the dunk by Barnes. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
Boy, defenders just assume Quickly is going to shoot the basketball. He catches him off guard with a timely look.
Now here's Edwards. 17 points in the game. Conley gets the bucket. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
It's Ingram on the wing. McDaniels defended. Barnes looking around. Pass to Barrett. The tray. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 9 rebounds now tonight. McDaniels passes to Randall. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the third. The three. The shot misses.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
And here is Quickly. Pass to Ingram. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, an aggressive take from Ingram inside, earning the whistle in the process.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Timberwolves?
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3 ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
Some changes for Toronto. Mamu Pelishvili is checked in, and it's Walter in for R.J. Barrett. And that one falls for Ingram. Both free throws good for Ingram. 1:22 left in the third quarter of the game. And here is Dosunmu. 5 points in the game. Over to the wing. Reed with a screen for Highland. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Ingram. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. The Timberwolves leading. Phillips, the pass to Highland. A three-pointer off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Into the lane. Makes it off the glass. Murray Boyles has got 8.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Outside, Reed. Puts it up. Can't hit that one. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a ball game here. Raptors lead by And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. The Raptors with the lead on the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Emmanuel quickly out there with Walter. Then there's Dick, and it's Mamu Pelishvili in at the center position. Quickly, pass to Walter. Nailed from three-point land.
Quickly is more than willing to kick it out to available shooters, and boy, is he quick with it.
Highland passes to Reed. to Highland. Shot clock at 6. Ripped away. Here's Murray Boyle. Sweet little floater. And now a 6-point Toronto lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Shannon passes to Randall.
But Julius Randle is never going to back away from a defensive player. He knows he's got the strength to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Toronto.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
That free throw good from Randall. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Conley's checked in. Second free throw, no good. Raptors leading by 5. Dick in the corner. No good on the triple.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Highland finds Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He drains it from the right block. Randall's got 15 points in just the second half.
Well, this shot is in his bag. Julius Randle more than happy to take the jumper if you concede it.
Quickly the pass to Dick. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Raptors lead by 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Reed with a screen on Dick. Here's Dosunmu. Here's Reed. Misses the 3. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Shot from the low block. And another basket for Toronto.
Emmanuel quickly in a rhythm right now, and he is absolutely a tough cover.
Randall outside. And it's blocked. A second chance effort. He lays it in. Randall's got 43 points.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Quickly the pass to Dick. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Outside Conley. Pass to Reed from outside the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. Murray Boyles has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now, quickly. Here's Dick. Back to quickly. For 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
We've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Michael Conley. And it's Edwards in for Highland. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. Ingram comes in for Grady Dick. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. Now here's Edwards. Elter pulls it in. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Randle outside. Good on the shot. Randle's got 45 points.
Just doing what he can. He's competing. He's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
Now here's Ingram. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And I love it when Ingram works for that high percentage look. Such a high basketball IQ.
Back to Randle. And he banks in the layup. Randle's got 47 points.
Boy, terrific individual effort, almost single-handedly. This guy trying to keep them competitive.
After quickly. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Barnes the screen. Fires from deep. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got his 5th rebound in this one. Gobert trying to get open. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Dosunmu. Here's Walter. Active quickly. 3-pointer. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Dosunmu. A 3-pointer is right on target. And now just a 5-point Toronto lead.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Poked away. Stolen by McDaniels. Gobert trying to get open, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
The reputation for Jaden McDaniels is he's a lockdown defender, and that's cross-positionally. Now he needs to continue to develop offensively.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Dosunmu. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Raptors. R.J. Barrett comes in for Walter. And McDaniels drops them both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Pass to Poeltl. Here's Barrett. Edwards defending. And Barrett gets it to go.
Oh, that's some big-time grit by R.J. Barrett. You want some contact on me? I can finish anyway.
Now, here's McDaniel. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. Randle outside. Back to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Just 2 to shoot. Gobert can't hit.
Boy, maybe nothing more important than what just happened. Protecting the rim without fouling.
Now, here's quickly. Pass to Barrett. Poeltl sets the pick for Barrett. Inside, Gobert with the block.
Boy, the long arms and size of Rudy Gobert on full display.
To the inside. Count it, and the foul. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Gobert. DB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
So it's Minnesota now. Raptors knocking down the tray. Here's Randall. Good, nice job down low. Randall's got 49 points in the game.
A dominant quarter, but he needs some help.
And it's Pirtle at the elbow. Ingram outside. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. Fader on the way. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
The first one falls. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession game.
Outside Edwards. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It's on R.J. Barrett. You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a 3-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume 3-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, you just watch Anthony Edwards continue to progress. This guy gets better and better every year.
Now Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on McDaniel. Barrett. Here's Ingram. Another chance. Lays it in off the window.
Cool and calm. Brandon Ingram. Wow.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Here's DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Edwards just makes it look simple inside.
Oh, Anthony Edwards loves these moments, and boy, does he deliver.
Second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards. 21.
One shot.
And Edwards, no good on that one.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here is Edwards. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Yeah, it's stolen by Barrett. Ingram with it. McDaniels picks him up. And that's in there.
Gotta love the control Ingram has with the basketball.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 1:46 left in the fourth. And they pick up the two.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Third personal foul. Team is in the play. At the line on one. Afternoon.
What's up?
Free throw good, Edwards.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Ingram against McDaniel.
Can't do this against Ingram.
He's good at seeking out contact and finding ways to get to the line.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a two-possession game.
Outside, Edwards fires from 14. He nails the jump shot.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Ingram up top. McDaniels defending. Barrett outside. Barnes outside. Bertle sets the pick for Barnes. And get the three. Timberwolves trail by 3. McDaniels can't tie it up. That one's no good. Toronto shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Barnes down low. Gobert on him. The basket is good.
Oh, big-time delivery from the young Scotty Barnes. Clutch moment, no worries.
Now McDaniel. Got it.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Now quickly. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Barnes screen on DiVincenzo. Barrett outside. From deep. Gobert there for the rebound. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And what's their best move at this point?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Now Edwards takes the shot. That does not go. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
2 shots. Scotty Barnes.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
McDaniels off target from outside. And so it's Toronto winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Brandon, hot shooting for you tonight. Where do you get that confidence level to take over like this?
Just coming in, working on my routine every single day. I think my teammates put me in a really, really good position to step in the shots and give me confidence on the basketball floor to shoot the ball and also give them the basketball to do whatever they want on the floor to create and make something happen. So confidence comes from my teammates.
And you've been a great teammate as well. Guys, back to you.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Emmanuel Quickley.